The hidden costs of not getting this right are lifelong for the children involved in potential miscarriages of justice that could flow from getting this wrong. In my jurisdiction, in the cases that I deal with, the possible outcome for a child is that they would be adopted. And the consequences of that are, of course, lifelong and permanent for the family, because this child ceases to be a member of the family in which they were born. So as well as miscarriages of justice, there are also the hidden costs of cases going into proceedings unnecessarily. So if you have a situation where you have a test, a hair strand test that's taken, that is within the category 18%, 20% of false positives, and you have that parent say, I am not using cocaine, or I stopped using cocaine 6 months ago, for example, and the local authorities say, well, the hair strand test shows that you're above the cutoff and you're positive for cocaine use, then that local authority might say, we can't safeguard. They might issue proceedings unnecessarily. They might seek removal at an earlier stage. That child might be permanently or on an interim basis separated from their family. And there is the hidden, of course, emotional cost, but there's the hidden financial cost because you're going into proceedings unnecessarily. And further down the line, you've got this expert evidence that hasn't properly been analysed. You've got someone like me coming to court and saying, I want to cross-examine that expert, cross-examining the expert evidence not being preferred, because it's pretty easy to challenge evidence that has been just above the cutoff, below the cutoff, and then you've had a waste of 5 days of court time and an unnecessarily and costly process, both financially and emotionally for those involved in that process, which could have been entirely avoided if you'd done a proper expert analysis of what the drugs in the hair mean. The impact of not doing it properly at the start means later on in the process, it needs to be done properly there in order to prevent miscarriages of justice. So it's a choice. Do you get it done properly at the beginning, which would be a lot cheaper than having a fully contested hearing with people like me successfully challenging the evidence?